we were going to talk about motivation because it's something that's been relevant to us right now. And my thoughts on it, I want to hear what your thoughts are on it, because we sort of briefly talked about what I had to say about it. But I don't know what you've got to say about it at all.
Yeah, well...
But my opinion on motivation is that motivation sucks.
Motivation sucks?
Yeah.
Explain. You want me to go?
I
want you to explain this.
Okay, all right. Here's,
motivation sucks.
Yeah, man. So my thing is that, like, especially if you're like a gym goer, because most gym goers, whether you're an MMA fighter or you're a bodybuilder or you're a power lifter or whatever your thing is, you know, most people have this idea that people who work out are super motivated, right? And for the most part, they probably are. Right, they for whatever reason they've got some neurotransmitter that's dominant in their brain that allows them to, you know, get up and have that big rush of motivation, and they get through it.
Yeah,
their workouts, and they get up early, and they, you know, they win the morning, and then they win the day, and things like that. And so people look at those people, whether it be anyone online like Jocko Willink, for example, or The Rock. You know, if you ever want, you know, a little sprinkle of motivation throughout your day, just go onto The Rock's Instagram. You know, he's just the motivation king.
Yeah.
But the thing is that I don't think motivation is the key to these people's success, to the people around you or the people on Instagram or anything like that. I think it's drive. I think it's just the willingness to just succeed. And motivation definitely helps. So like when I have motivation, when I wake up with motivation, it certainly helps. You know, I don't have to think about, you know, doing, you know, my workout or, you know, doing some research for the podcast or going out or working or reading or anything like that. I'm just keen to do it. And that's amazing. I love those days, but they don't come all the time. You know, there's some days where you just wake up and you're just not motivated. And the number one thing
we're all human, right?
We're all human, of course. The number one thing I hear from all, you know, people, especially like the people around me, my friends, is that, oh, you know, I'm just not motivated. Why haven't you gone for a run today? Oh, I'm just not motivated to do it. Why aren't you working your ass off today? Why aren't you reading today? Why aren't you doing any number of things that you said that you were going to do?
Yeah, not in the mood.
Oh, I'm just not in the mood. Yeah. You know, I'm just not motivated. It's just really hard to find motivation, and then they just don't succeed, and they don't win their tasks for the day.
Yeah.
And I say win because when you start viewing them as wins, just like waking up and even getting out of bed, for some people, that's a win, because you never know where people are in their life. And I'd say that's a win. And anyway, the idea that you have to rely on motivation to succeed, to do these things, is just bullshit, in my opinion. It's
dangerous, right?
It's extremely dangerous. Yeah. So I think if you're relying on that, then you're in the wrong place. I like the idea of supplementing with motivation. So you can go online and you can go on YouTube and type in motivational speech, and there's like hundreds on there. There's probably thousands, to be honest. And and
people love it.
And as I said before, you can go on The Rock's Instagram page, or you can go on Jocko Willink, or you know, even Joe Rogan, or anyone that you like. Yeah. You can supplement motivation from those people. But when you can't, when you're in the car on the way to work and you're tired and your eyes feel like cement and you don't want to, you know, oh, I'm not going to get a chance to work out until later today, and you know, that's just killing you. And quite literally, you know, your cortisol levels are high, and that's, you know, a stress hormone that if it's abundant throughout your body for too long, it will literally, you know, degrade your health and eventually kill you. And so just making the decision to just go through your day and just tick things off your list and just go done.
Regardless of how motivated you feel.
Yep. And it's an endless cycle when you think about it as well, because you don't do something because you're depressed, but then you're depressed because you didn't do something, that one thing. And it's like it just goes around in circles. And how do you break out of that loop? With a decision. You can supplement with motivation if you want. Motivation can suck you out of that negative feedback loop, but it's really, it just comes down to a decision.
A willingness.
Willingness to just do it. Yep. And I think one thing that you certainly should do, everyone should do, is set a goal. And we've literally done an episode on goals.
Super important. Yeah.
We've done episodes on goals and comfort zone and all these things, and they all really come back to this idea of just making decisions and just getting out and making a choice for your life. So that's my idea.
Yep.
And the reason I wanted to bring that up is because we were talking about, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that I'm the most, driven, productive guy that you'll ever come across, because the entire reason I'm talking about this is because I've been sucked into that negative feedback loop, especially during this COVID thing. I'm like the quintessential example of someone who's been lazy and unmotivated and just, blah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've still been working and I've still been doing, been like a good little worker, and I'm, showing up on time and I'm putting in the hours and things like that.
Yeah.
But, I think we all need a bit of a motivation boost to suck us out of there, out of that negative feedback loop. And we have to learn how to make those hard decisions. Learn to make your bed when you don't want to make your bed. Learn to work out when you don't want to work out. Learn to read that book and apply that knowledge even when you don't want to, or you feel like it's useless. So I think we all need to do that.